Good evening, gentlemen. Today, I would be talking about a book which we have launched just a few days back. We call it Psychology for All. This book is relevant for all concerned. Every person can afford to use it. So this particular book has been written by me, Col Mukteshwar Prasad, and Captain Indian Navy, Shishir. And this has been published by Saber and Quill. Saber and Quill. Okay. Now, this is how the book looks like. This is the cover page. And as far as the book is concerned, this is a practical psychology book which is beneficial for all generations and professionals. It aids in understanding behavior, thereby enhancing transactional skill. The straightforward format makes it pleasurable and easy read. This book is going to be useful for all aspirants who would like to develop themselves. So that is the students, teacher, father, mother, family members, those people who are employed, either they're working in a factory or they're working in any sector, private or public. So this is going to cater for everyone's demand, because the topics which are covered up here are very, very useful to all. I never take credit for writing anything great, but they are all small topics which are going to be relevant to all of us. Cost of the book has been printed for MRP 699, and publisher Saber and Quill is given a rebate of 629. This particular thing can be obtained from https://saberandquill.com, product Psychology for All, 5197527 and 00000035807. This is the front face, and this is about us. I'm Col Mukteshwar Prasad, who is alumnus science from Tilaya, had gone through National Defense Academy. I've done my MTech from IIT Delhi, and I was commissioned in the Corps of Electronics and Mechanical Engineering in Indian Army. I was responsible for engineering support to wide range of equipment and had wide industrial exposure and associated with prestigious R&D projects. Had several staff training and operational assignment. Post-retirement, I have been vice president of a 100% export company, senior general manager of a first FDI in West Bengal, director of engineering college, and during this course of time, I had been the psychologist at 24 SSB, and that is where I learned my psychology. And since 2013 onward, I have been associated with training people for Services Selection Board and personality development, both at the corporate level and school psychology. More than 200 candidates who have been coached by us, that me and Commodore Chandrasekhar Azad, have joined services in different forms. Co-author is Captain Shishir. He's an alumnus National Defense Academy. He's a logistic officer in the Navy. He is specialized in materials finance management and holds postgraduate diploma from Symbiosis Institute of Management and studies in supply chain management. He completed his interview officer course from DIPR and actively involved in pursuing psychometric analysis through this technique. There are some of the contents, gentlemen. Brief of this, I'll tell you in the next slide. So there are overall, it's a slightly a thick book, but the range of topics that covers up is very wide. So even if we take few pages, It takes its own space. Overall, total of 552 pages are there. Main topics covered are why should we read psychology, value, morality and ethics, narrative identity, storytelling, story writing. Because what we do throughout our life, we are telling a story only. We are writing a story only. It becomes of importance when if you want to join services and if you are going to appear for SSB or Coast Guard. Now the same SSB is type of test is going to apply to CAPF as well. Then in a story, we keep on writing what's hero. So it's a psychology of heroism. As a person, situation, and environment. These two particular topics are of recent interest of investigation and development. It is only 2010 onward that this particular field has acquired importance. Cognitive, affective, and cognitive theory, imposter syndrome, that it talks about, you may have performed well, but still you got doubt that performance is not because of me. Then cognitive distortion, that takes its own toll because it automatically, there's a short circuit happens in our brain and we start performing job which probably may not be right. That's how they talk about cognitive distortion. Personality theory, maladaptive personality, dark tribe, and light tribe, which are of importance today. Emotion and type emotional response, adaptive quotient, emotional and emotional intelligence, trigger for emotion, the other various topics available. Over and above, reaction versus response. We should not react, but we respond. Common biases, including social biases, stress, anxiety, test anxiety, depression, phobia, fear of success, fear of failure. How do we face fear? Embarrassment and silence, understanding anger, aggression, self-defense psychological habits, non-suicidal self-injury, suicide, self-efficacy, self-awareness, self-directed learning, decision-making, attitude and behavior change, assertiveness, mindset, commitment, reciprocity, persuasion, impression, stereotype, prejudice, child-led parent ego state, that we call transaction analysis, stroke and the games that we people play, drama triangle, then finally group dynamics, and lastly psychology for building. This is brief. I just tried to tell you what I have done in this book is I have tried to express my thought in the form of some stories which I have written down there, most of them, and that those stories are exclusive of my personal experience through my childhood to Sunday school, then to services that we have gone and the number of people that we come across. And at the end of each chapter, we have tried to bring out what is the learning from each chapter. So it makes a very comprehensive read for all of us. You can read it one time. You can select any topic that you would wish to read at that particular time, or you can go through all them as a one read. It is going to be very useful. And at the end of it, I must thank Saber and Quill for publishing this book. And I also thank all my students, because this book has evolved through my personal interaction that I have been doing with the students from 2013 onward, when we have been to 9 Sunday school. I've been to many universities, and there I keep on giving lectures or probably, help people. And all these topics have come as a requirement of each student around there. And what we feel that they are very, very important topics which must at least be at the back of our mind, so that we can always correct ourselves and perform well. Hope and pray that this book finds place in your heart and bless us if you like it. If you don't, still tell me back on my mobile 9007 224 278. I'll repeat 9007 224 278, or you can afford to send me on mail Muktesh_Prasad yahoo.co.in. You must have seen about 200 odd videos I have already posted on YouTube, which you can get it through Col Mukteshwar Prasad YouTube, and about 700 odd topics are covered in SlideShare. So this book is compilation of all the topics that we have been talking about, though many more topics are required to be covered up, which I leave it for future. Thanks. Hope it meets your aspirations and expectations. Do let me know if I can still improve it further. I never claim to be a psychologist in a big way. No, but what I have done is through sincere effort, I have tried to read through them and put across my views in front of you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.